Check, 1, 2, 3. Check, 1, 2, 3. How do I sound, all right? All right, brother. I'm heading out here. I'm going to get going.
Welcome in hockey peeps to the Van Bortle
I'm not going yet.
Pre-game festivities. CA Hockey is all up in ya as they host the Saints of Churchville live at the
The following is a presentation of Chosen Spot Radio Sports.
Call your family, call your friends, call people you don't even like. Tell them to get on Chosen Spot Radio because we have a very good one going here. I just got to give a shout out to everybody listening, all of our listeners.
Welcome in hockey peeps to the Van Bortle Trucking Pre-game festivities. CA Hockey is all up in ya as they host the Saints of Churchville live at the GC3 presented by CA Hockey Boosters and our great buds at Countryside Family Chiropractic. Can CA win their first home game of the season? Only one way to find out, so let's bump it down to the red line where the Spaz Man is ready to call all of the action.
All right, welcome in hockey peeps to Canandaigua Academy Hockey. It's a first, it's a simulcast live on the Rock Sports Network Facebook page and live on Chosen Spot Radio, presented by Bob Johnson Auto Group for the Canandaigua Boosters and Countryside Family Chiropractic for Chosen Spot Radio. We've got a little tilt going for you here today between the Churchville-Chili Saints and the Canandaigua Braves. Churchville-Chili, they have lost their last 5. They're 5-11. They are under the tutelage of head coach Brian Young. He's an RIT grad, has his master's from RIT, an engineer. He's also a tech teacher at Churchville-Chili. Before I go any further, folks, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to read these jerseys from Churchville-Chili. I'm being honest with you. They've got black on black with a little bit of orange piping. Whoever designed those, you're cray-cray, man, and cut that out. All right, make that whole number orange and we'll be a lot better off. Churchville-Chili scores an average of 3 goals per game, but they yield 4.3. They are 27% on the power play and 79 on the penalty kill. Canandaigua head coach Dave Tafty, they are 4-11. They've lost 2 in a row. They score an average of 2.6, but yield 4. They are 18% on the power play and 67% on the penalty kill. Churchville-Chili 2-5 on the road, and Canandaigua 0-6 at home. They are looking for their first home win here at the GC3, the Greater Canandaigua Civic Center. So just we're in a different spot here. We're doing things a little differently, so it might take a little bit of time to get things up and running here on my end as far as housekeeping goes. But we're going to do the best we can here for sure, 100%. Me and Kyle, we got this, man. We are going to do everything to the best of our abilities. So Canandaigua, as I said, man, trying to get that first dub here in Ingle Arena, struggling. They are 4-4 on the road. Okay. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to play you a national anthem, so we're just going to have to listen in the headset, folks. Canandaigua Academy Hockey on Rock Sports Network and Chosen Spot Radio simulcast.
twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
Hockey fans, for the Section 5 boys ice hockey matchup between the visiting Churchville-Chili Saints and the home Canandaigua Academy Hockey. So earlier today, before the game got underway, Canandaigua was hosting their annual Sticks to Stars, used to be hanging out with the Braves kind of thing, but we can no longer say that, so we no longer do that. So in goal for the Churchville-Chili Saints is going to be number 1, Cole Wilson. Cole Wilson in goal. Cole Wilson, a senior, 449 saves and 60 goals against this year. 943 career saves. In goal for Canandaigua, Matt Ulrich, 463 saves and 58 goals against. And we are ready to go, bro. It's hockey time here on Rock Sports Network and Chosen Spot Radio. I've been looking forward to this one because Churchville-Chili, they are fast. They are fast, and you can see the puck down in the Chili end. And again, I'm not going to be able to mention names all night long on these Saints because I just can't tell those, man. Here's a wrister turned away from the high side there by Wilson. And that was put down by Zach Hoffman, one of the 2 alternate captains, the other one being Alex Chen, who was also on the ice for Canandaigua. The primary captain is Maddox Smith. So here's Hoffman, sends it down into the Chili zone from the red line. And as I said, tonight's game for Chosen Spot Radio presented by our friend Dr. Jody at the Countryside Family Chiropractic on Recreation Drive. 16, we are a minute in. Canandaigua with the only shot on goal. Here's Gavin Nemitz, carries it in, sends it out front. Man, Cole Wilson already facing some shots here from Canandaigua. They're ramping it up. And eats a Malachi crunch does Maddox Smith. And Garrett Richards, the defender, brings it in. Wants to wrap around out front for Maddox Smith, but it gets deflected away. Here is Dylan Green on the ice for Canandaigua. Now, not what sure looks like the net possibly came off of its mooring. So with the net coming off of its mooring, that'll stop the action with 15:36 left to play here in P1. Brought to you by our friends at Walton's Outdoor. And we have a litany, a whole plethora of Canandaigua Academy hockey booster spots that we will get to. Once we get settled in to this spot and the way things are working, I'll get a little more comfortable and stretch my wings a little bit. Richard sends it down out in front. Green can't do anything with it, so it comes up to Ian Duncan. And there's a takeaway on the interception of the pass. Speaking of the interception, who's going to win the Super Bowl? Do you care? Do you care? Are you going to boycott it? I'm picking the Eagles, man. I'm picking the Eagles, plain and simple. I think they're going to have an answer. I think Saquon Barkley is the answer. And I also think Saquon Barkley is the MVP. Everybody wants to talk about Lamar Jackson and, Josh Allen, and nothing against either one of those cats. But Saquon Barkley's going to the Super Bowl, and that's all that matters. right? So face off in the ring to the right of Wilson. And it's up top with Garrett Richards. He sends it down and in. Garrett Richards has assumed the enforcer role here for Canandaigua. I do believe he leads in penalty minutes as well. Now he is going to send it over to the far side to Duncan. Dunk turned away there. And then on the rebound from the slot, Garrett Richards wanted one. Artie Fuller sends it down and in, but it gets deflected back up through the neutral zone. Artie Fuller runs it down, tries to go cross ice to Carl Warren. And just so you know, folks, if you listened in again to that game against the Titans, I wasn't losing my mind. I wasn't going crazy. Carl Warren got into that game late. It's ironic because I was saying, hey, we haven't seen Carl Warren yet. Oh, Garrett Richards said, I don't think so. I don't think so, to Ryan Amico, the senior forward for Churchville-Chili. So first salvo has been fired. Once again, welcome in to everybody on Rock Sports Network, The Rock on the official RSN Facebook page, simulcast on ChosenSpotRadio.com. Love it. Hey, Gary, what's up, my brother? I know you're tuned in and listening in. Here's Carl Warren, loses the handle. Reset for Canandaigua. Warren tries to send it all the way up, and then pass was intercepted and an attempted backhand. And there's no way I can tell you who that was. There he goes, 23, and that is Evan Girolamo. I'm going to go with Girolamo. I did not have an opportunity to talk to the coaches from Churchville-Chili, so if I mispronounce a name, it's all Kyle's fault. No, it's 100% my fault. Here's Alex Chen, the senior, sends it down, gets deflected wide left. Now hangs out in the Gretzky zone behind the goal and gets kicked up mid-wall. A little bit of contact, and Dylan Green is going to come away with it out in front. Man, nice pass on the elbow, right over, I'd have to say off to the side of the slot, but not all the way in the ring. Now it gets sent all the way down to Matt Ulrich. 13-13, Mockingbird Lane left on the, it's the Munster time left on the clock here in P1. All right, so Alex Chen is going to pick it up, puts the brakes on, looking for some help, finds it in Dylan Green, but it's kept in the zone, and the wrister turned away off the stick of Grayson Galliford. Grayson Galliford, one of the top defenders in Section 5, third in most points scored. The dude has what, I think 6 goals on the season and a boatload of points, but right there third in most points. So you've got to keep an eye on Grayson Galliford. Just because he's a blue liner does not mean he isn't going to take a shot. And he's very, very good at giving up the ball. I did it. Strike one, Spazman. You called it a ball, you dummy. All right, so Grayson Galliford, 6 goals, 12 apples thus far this season. Yeah, it takes me a second to get that laptop up where I can see it. Like I said, we're in a weird spot, but I'm not complaining. 12 yeah, I am, aren't I, Kyle? 12:05 left to play, and Canandaigua has the puck over in the far corner trying to dig it out, and Garrett Richards is going to come up with it. He goes ahead, tries to get it to Lindemann. It goes by him, and now hits off the board behind net. 11:50 left to play here in period number 1. P1 all up in the house. Here's Garrett Richards, picks it up behind goal, up to the Baconator, Taryn Bacon. He eats a nice little hit. And again, speaking of Taryn Bacon and Josh McWilliams, one more shout out to Mr. Smooth, Carter McWilliams. They ended up picking up the NECHL top seed with an 8-0 record at Oswego State. Number 1 seed in the conference tilt. And let's hope that they make it into the national tournament the same way they did last year. All right, so puck ends up all the way down here in the Canandaigua end, and that's going to be an icing against Churchville-Chili with 11:15 left to go here in P1. My thing came out. My thing came out, man. What'd you do to it, Kyle? All right, so face off in the ring to the right of Wilson. Oh, here's a hard one-timer from Carl Warren. Couldn't pick it up, couldn't knock it down. Carl Warren, fleet of foot, not afraid to get into it either. speaking of someone not afraid to get into it, here's Alex Chen, and Matt Ulrich is going to do a good job of covering that up because Benny Canellis, the junior forward, he was coming hard, man. He was coming hard. Let's try it again, bro.
Canandaigua Hockey would like to thank the following businesses for their sponsorship support: Armbruster Capital Management, Bigfoot Sports Bar, Bob Johnson Auto Group, Bright Blue Wi-Fi, Bricks and Maven Realty Group.
So face off in the ring to the left of Ulrich. And as always, want to thank all of our sponsors, whether it's for Canandaigua Academy Hockey Boosters or Chosen Spot Radio. Rister sent down, and that is a dangerous rebound. Picked up by Canandaigua. Stretch pass off the bounce ahead to Stosko. Stosko eats a hit in the corner, but keeps battling. Now it comes up to Artie Fuller. Carl Ward out in front. Oh, and he just misses. I could be wrong, folks, but I think that one off the left upright. Carl Warren was in the house, left alone, and it was a great feed, but just a little off there for Warren. Fuller was dead on with that feed, too. Carl Warren wants that one back. Here's Eamon Smith. Hey, man. He puts it down, but it's intercepted there by Churchville-Chili. So Canandaigua with some decent looks with 10 minutes left to go, and looks like Churchville-Chili is in the take the icing mindset. You know, it's better to take the icing and kill the momentum, kill the play that Canandaigua's got going on. So Canandaigua coming in, they're putting on the pressure. They're applying the pressure. They want to win this game. They want to get their first dub here at Ingle Arena inside the GC3. Face off in the ring to the left of Wilson. Cole Wilson coming into today. Great numbers. Oh, pass out in front, but nobody in a white sweater was anywhere near it. You can see Canandaigua wearing the white sweaters with the cherry numbers, not red. It's cherry. And then the silver lids with a 1.5-inch stripe going down the center with about a 1/2-inch stripe on each side of that. That's cherry. Sent down into the end. Here's Van Harken. Levi Van Harken, the freshman defender in for Canandaigua, picks it up on the run, tries to go over to Maddox Smith. It goes by him, but then gets back to him, and he loses the handle, but it does gain the zone. They do cross the line, but it comes back out to the neutral zone. Churchville can't do anything with it there. And Churchville on the run, but broken up there nicely by Garrett Richards. Yeah, man, those jerseys are almost as bad as the East football jerseys that were white on white. Black on, oh, Garrett Richards, freight trains, Ryan Hanley, the senior. And we'll keep an eye on that. And we'll see if there's a receipt in the near future for Garrett Richards. Off the glass, goes way high, trying to get it to Dylan Green. Green can't dig it off of the boards, so Chili's going to come up with it. Churchville-Chili is going to UFO it down, too. That's a dangerous, I liken that in soccer to a short bounce, or baseball, softball, just any stick and ball sport. That was very dangerous. Here's Ethan Tumbiolo. He gains the zone in the slot. See, they're holding it too long. Ate a nice Malachi crunch. Oh, and here's a takeaway by Lindemann, but Lindemann gets his pocket picked. So puck right there at mid-board and ends up getting kicked back up into the neutral zone. I'll tell you what, if Canandaigua can keep up this pace of play, they want to set the tone here. They want to take away Chili's speed. Historically, any team coached by Brian Young, and here is a shot and a glove save there by Cole Wilson. Historically, any Churchville-Chili team is notorious for being very fast. So they are going to the Saints are going to put the Canandaigua Academy defense to task here. So face off in the ring to the right of Cole Wilson. Now, when I say to the right of and then mention the goalie's name, it's from their perspective. If I just say left and right, I mean as if you're a player looking at the goalie. All right, Ingle Arena, baby, the GC3. Dave Corpio, his crew here in Canandaigua, they always roll out the red carpet for me, and I appreciate that as the official play-by-play provider of Canandaigua Academy Hockey. So off the face-off, it ends up getting kicked down into the Canandaigua end where Hoffman runs it down. Chen lets it go by. Here's Josh McWilliams. He's going to kick it up into the neutral zone where it's picked up by Chili. Chili trying to set something up. They haven't. I could be wrong, but I think Canandaigua might be out shooting Churchville-Chili. I'm not sure what the official numbers are, but Dominic Holmes in as well. Holmes, and there's Berner. That's a big dude. That's a big dude. Aaron Berner, the junior defender. So with 7:18 left to play, we will have a face-off in the ring to the right of Matt Ulrich with 7:18 left to play. Please be careful. That's open. All right, Todd, thank you. All right, here we go. Where are we at here? Yeah, I'm up amongst my people. I'm up in the crowd, bro, up in the crowd. Here we go. 7 minutes left to play here in P1 from the GC3. Puck stuck in the corner, a little 2-on-2 trying to dig it out. One's Ian Duncan, the other is Garrett Richards. And sent down all the way into the Chi-Li zone. And Carl Warren's going to run it down. Pass up front to Stosko. And a nice glove save there by Cole Wilson. So I do believe we might be getting set up. Little instant replay on Rock Sports Network. Here you see Carl Warren bumps it up to Stosko, tries to get the one-timer. It does not make Cole Wilson move. Kind of a biscuit in the basket save there. You got to go where the goalie isn't, my brother. But Stosko, young player, freshman. And let me see, freshman, I believe. Yep, freshman. And face off in the ring to the right of Cole Wilson. And Canandaigua coming off of a loss to Webster Thomas. They lost 4-2. 3 of the 4 Webster Thomas goals were on Wednesday were the result of a Canandaigua penalty. So 3 power play goals, and the 4th for the Titans of Webster Thomas was a empty netter, and I don't know where my pen went to. Here it is in my pocket. So somebody somebody going to the sin bin? Yeah, somebody is in the sin bin for Churchville-Chili. So Canandaigua with a power play opportunity. Didn't see what the penalty was, folks. Sorry about that. Doing the best I can up here, but Canandaigua, here we go. So roughing is the call. So Canandaigua on the power play for the first time tonight. Our first penalty of the night. So let's see if Canandaigua can make something happen here. I'm getting rid of that. Let's see what kind of numbers we're looking at here. Canandaigua, 18% on the power play, and Chi-Li, 79% on the penalty kill. So a little bit of a mauling going on down there in the corner, but Canandaigua comes away with it. So Fuller, Chen, Maddox Smith leaves it for Chen. Goal line extended, and it goes by Stosko. Chi-Li trying to clear it, but Chen is there. A hard slapper, and it's good. Chen to Maddox Smith is good, and Canandaigua draws first blood at the 5:17 left to play mark. Here we go on the replay brought to you by Bob Johnson Auto Group. Good job, Jake. Here we go. You can see Chen cross ice, and the one-timer for Maddox Smith, and bangs it home. Maddox Smith, player of the game. Patty's player of the game against Titans for having 2, and that gives him double digits. He's got 9 now. So Maddox Smith from Alex Chen is good for Canandaigua to make it 1-0 on the power play. Maddox Smith, the big guy. No, that was Alex Chen. They got that one wrong. It was Alex Chen. It was Warren to Alex Chen. So Alex Chen to, because he was up top. He was clearly up top. We even saw it on the replay, Jake. That was definitely. That's all right. I think John is figuring it out right now. So with 5 minutes left to play here in P1, Canandaigua draws first blood and has a lead. Rare air. They're breathing rare air here. Let's see if they can hold on to it out in front, deflected away. Great opportunity for the Saints, but they just couldn't get one in. And here is the Baconator putting a hit. You got Baconated, brother, over there right by the Canandaigua bench. And Chili comes away with it. Good job by the defense to keep clear. You got to clear anything out in front. Ian Duncan, he's a big dude. He can handle that. He goes in and he pokes the puck away. And here comes Canandaigua with it up along the left-hand side. Oh, good job keeping that in the zone. Great job keeping that in the zone by Finian Story. Boy, I'd like to know the story behind the name Finian. See what I did there? See what I did there, Jake? All right, here we go with 4:10 left to play. I think that's going to be an icing. So time is 7:31. And the biscuit's going to get sent all the way down here off to my left in the northern end. I don't know, and that end off to my left. I've been coming here for 30 years, man, and I'm still messing up which end is which. But face off in the ring to the right of Wilson, taken right out on the go by Churchville-Chili. They try to bring it in, and there's Alex Chen to break that up. Right over there in front of the Red Sea, right-handed wrister put down by Brody Gallagher, the freshman forward, but unable to put it on frame, and it gets kicked up into the neutral zone. Good job by Alex Chen to put the brakes on that, send it up, and here comes Maddox Smith. Smitty throws it down, and it wheels all the way around the bottom of the wall. Up to Alex Chen, lets it go, gets deflected by Green, and pocket pick and a whiff by Chili. One-timer by Maddox Smith, and a great stick save there by Cole Wilson. Boy, I'll tell you what, this is the hardest I've seen a goalie working against Canandaigua all season, and I'm loving every second of it. Keep it up, fellas. Oh, loose puck by Dylan Green, lets it go, deflected, and hits the nylon before it gets through to Cole Wilson. Cole Wilson facing a lot of shots with 3:15, 1 second off of talking about pie. I love it when it's a 3:14. I love talking about pie. Can't talk about it though. 3:15, face off in the ring to the right of Cole Wilson. And one by Canandaigua. Here's Artie Fuller trying to do something with it. Got poked away from him. Now it's in the near corner. And taken away by Chili off the wall. Here come the Saints on the rush. And it gets sent down, and Alex Chen is going to glove it down. Tries to clear it out. He couldn't, but Hoffman does. Reset for the Saints. They do dump it down and in, but Zach Attack is right there for it. Let's see, he leaves it, drops it for Chen. Chen picks it up off the boards to Carl Warren. Carl Warren mid-board. Uh-oh, loses the handle. That's a loose puck. Dangerous out in front. What a save by Matty Yu. Matt Ulrich is coming up huge. He was huge on that one. 2:25 left to play. Stuck here in the corner. Off to our right on the near side. Now behind goal in the Gretzky zone. GLE on the right-hand side. See, now without mentioning Ulrich by name, that means it's on the right side as the player's perspective looking at the goalie. Sent up through the neutral zone where Carl Warren's going to pick it up. K-Dub tries to dump it down. It does. Dribble through to Artie Fuller. Warren picks up the loose puck, but he was a little too deep for that shot. Now he gets it out front, and Fuller can't bang it home, and here comes Chili. 1-on-4. 1-on-4. Great defense there by Garrett Richards. Great job, and now clearing it out. On the run is Christian Stasko. Stasko on the run, the freshman forward here for Canandaigua. 1:35 left to play here in P1. 7:34 is the clock time. Sitting up here, got a cute little baby sitting right next to me. It's awesome. The circle of life. Here comes Maddox Smith. He's got the Smitty Russ going on the right-hand side, lets it go, and shot it right at Cole Wilson. So Wilson does make the save, and the deflection, or I should say the rebound, is going to end up over on the high side over by the blue line. Lindemann trying to run it down, gets in the spin cycle, and then eats some ice for his efforts. Final minute of play here in P1. Canandaigua up 1-0. The Saints trying to get rid of that bagel, and it comes up into the neutral zone, forces Canandaigua to reset, leaves it for Nemitz, tries to self-pass, can't do it. And Chen tries to keep it, and here comes a one-on-one breakaway. And a great job on defense by Zach Hoffman. Zach Hoffman gets tied up. Helmets got tied up between Hoffman and the Saints player, and the official was forced to call a timeout there. That's the first time I've ever seen that one, my brother, with the helmets getting tied up together. But great defense. And as I said, man, this Saints team is going to put Canandaigua to the task. And I said the defense is going to have to step up, and they have. The defense has been stellar thus far tonight. 2 major shifts on defense, Duncan and Richards, and then on the other one, Chen and Hoffman, the 2 alternate captains. Oh, Alex Chen. Alex Chen is going to the sin bin. Alex Chen goes to the sin bin, and with 30 seconds left, Churchville-Chili on the power play. And we listen, I called the boys out. I called them out and said they got to stay out of the sin bin. They got to stay out of the sin bin, man. And they have given Churchville-Chili an opportunity here in the waning moments of period number 1. And if they don't score, and nice hard wrister from the right-hand side by Amico. Here's a hard shot, and time is going to 2/10. We got 2/10 left on the scoreboard, and $1:20 left in the power play for Churchville-Chili. Canandaigua has given up 15 power play goals thus far this season against a team that scored 16 power play goals for. So you got one of the best power play teams against one of the weaker penalty kill teams. And now they got Garrett Richards in as well. So Garrett Richards goes to the sin bin. Man, I'll tell you what. Here. So Canandaigua out shooting Churchville-Chili 14-11. We don't see a whole lot of that. We don't see a whole lot of Canandaigua out shooting teams. So that is one thing that Tafty, Worry, and Pryor have to take into consideration. So, listen, Jake, if you don't mind, we're just going to stay right here because I got somebody I can do an interview with and talk to just a little bit. Let's see if this headphone is going to work, and I'll plug her in. But let's see here. Todd, stay right where you are. So we got Todd Warren, Carl Warren's father. He is a ROCO coach, one of the youth organizations. And let's see if we are you hooked up? Say something. Hold on. Say something. You probably can't hear me. Let me, where am I going here? Let's go here. I'm going to go right here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to turn you up a little bit. So Todd Warren joining me. Todd, tell me a little bit about where you coach. What's your coaching experience? What's your resume as we look to you for some expert analysis of period number 1?
Well, thanks, Sazman. I used to coach here in Canandaigua for many years, and then now I'm with ROCO AAA, that my son plays, as well as Christian Stasco. So I'm the general manager of that team. So I really just serve as a consultant role, schedule all the games, do all the logistical things. The main coaching's done by Jeremy now and Pete Stasco, whose son Christian's number 15 for Canandaigua.
What does ROCO stand for?
It's Rochester Youth Hockey.
Rochester Youth Hockey. That makes sense.
Absolutely.
That should be RYC, not ROCO.
Yeah.
Coach, Todd, let's talk about it. I've got to be honest. Let's talk, bring it right out there.
Yeah.
Canandaigua very rarely outshoots teams, and they're outshooting Churchville-Chili 14-11 at the end of period number 1. I said that historically, Churchville-Chili always brings the speed and is going to put Canandaigua to task to get back defensively. And the couple lines that they've been utilizing, Garrett Richards, Ian Duncan, Alex Chen, and Zach Hoffman have been doing the job. What do you think about that? Was I right? Was I close? What are we seeing here at the end of period 1?
Yeah, I certainly agree with that. I like our start. I thought our first 7 minutes we had some good energy going. In the middle of the period, I thought we got a little sloppy with the puck and got away with what we do well. Canandaigua's bread and butter is when we get the puck deep and we run the cycle. I think you saw that with Carl and Christian and Artie's line. When we do that and you get Maddox Smith and those boys going, I think we can be dangerous. When we run into trouble, and you saw the middle period is when we handle the puck too much. But I know Coach will have them ready, and they'll get back to basics and playing Canandaigua hockey. And I expect a much better effort in the second period.
Talking to Todd Warren with Rocco, former Canandaigua coach as well. Son Carl Warren is a junior.
He's a sophomore.
Sophomore. All right. I was first one that I was. I made it this far.
You're all good, buddy.
We're at the intermission between 1 and 2, talking to Todd Warren. Now, Coach, listen. I said, and I'm not asking for affirmation, just to put it out there so we could talk about it. That I think too many times they hold the puck too long to try and create something for, I don't know if they're trying to go into business for themselves and create something for themselves, or they just don't see something. Why do you think they're holding on to the puck too long?
So I think what you've seen with the maturation of this team is sometimes we do handle the puck too much. I think what happens is we don't give up enough time and space. What we need to do is be a little bit quicker with our passes in a neutral zone, better in the D zone, but we do hang on the puck a little bit, and I think our boys, when we have success, and I think that first goal in the power play exhibited that, when we move the puck, we're a really dangerous team. And I think if you look at the last couple games, if you look at the Thomas game, that was a 1-goal game. It was a shorthanded goal. We played Pittsford pretty tough. We played Victor tough. Hilton was 3-1 going into the third. We've been in these games, and we just continue to get better and work hard. Coach Taft has them playing well. I think we could be a dangerous team going down, but we've got to play smarter. We got to play harder.
You've got to stay out of the box, Coach. I was talking about it.
Yes, sir.
I was almost livid at the Thomas game because they made it a 1-goal game. They were just about to seize momentum, and then one of the Canandaigua players, I threw him under the bus enough during the game, but I'm not going to mention by name, did a cross-check right in front of the goal, right in the front of the official. It was a stupid penalty because it was a message penalty. It was a message cross-check saying, I'm not going to let you push me around, which I get, but I think situationally the senior needed to, think a little bit harder. What can Canandaigua do to stay out of the sin bin? Because for at least $1.20, for a minute 20, Canandaigua, or I should say Churchville-Chili is going to be on the double power play in period 2.
Yeah, Spaz, man, that was certainly unfortunate. I thought there was both those calls were pretty weak, but that's the way the officials saw them. I think it's real important for us to be able to really lock down. But to the bigger point about taking penalties,
we're not controlling the music. We're on the radio and TV. Sorry, Todd.
No, we're really. It comes down to discipline, and what I talk to my kid about, and I know Coach Taft talks. It's about situational hockey and understanding what you need to do, and really be a little bit smarter on it. This is a really important 2 minutes of this season coming up. We've unfortunately seen when we've gotten into some trouble before, we've gotten behind. But, I trust they'll be ready and come out. The good thing is we'll have a little fresh ice, which certainly helps. But, yeah, we got to kill these penalties off, and we just got to be better disciplined. That's all.
All right, Coach Warren, thank you very much. If you're around and you want to talk more between P2 and P3, that's cool. But thank you for joining us. Hey, we're going to step aside real quick here. Thanks for joining us on Chosen Spot Radio and Rock Sports Network, The Rock.
Legends work to win. Deflecting challenges, defending titles, doing whatever it takes. We believe in the power of our team. We succeed by delivering for our fans. The local legends of Rochester originated here. Bob Johnson has always called Rochester home, and the Amerks have always been Rochester's team. Let's go, Rochester.
If you're living with pain or recovering from surgery and don't know where to start, Lattimore Physical Therapy can help. The Lattimore Promise includes an individual diagnosis with a highly trained licensed physical therapist on your first visit, a personalized treatment plan, communication with your doctor, and a continued personal care plan. You're never more than minutes away from pain relief. Visit LattimorePT.com.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Canandaigua Hockey would like to thank Center Point Golf Club, Canandaigua Insurance Agency, College Bound Career Ready, Coins Custom Painting, and Eagle Insurance. Canandaigua Hockey would like to thank Eddie O'Brien's, Eric's Office, Figgy Studio and Shop, Finger Lakes Pro Services, and FLX Services Incorporated. Canandaigua Hockey would like to thank WCB Wash Systems, Trumco Roofing and Building Maintenance, TJ's Barbershop, Tish Fiore, Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, and Thompson Health. Canandaigua Hockey would like to thank RS Signature Kitchens, Sands Family YMCA, Screen Printing by Bowers, Spring Sheet Metal and Roofing, and the Green Front. Canandaigua Hockey would like to thank Paws and Claws Pet Care Incorporated, Perry's Pizzeria, Rochester Home Theater, Rock Castle Florist, and Rose City Glass.
All right, everybody, welcome back in to Chosen Spot Radio. Am I on RSN, brother? You got me pumped up. And for tuning in on Facebook on the Rock Sports Network official Facebook page. I'm the Spaz Man coming at you live from Engle Arena inside the GC3 where Canandaigua leads Churchville-Chili 1-0. We are burning down here on the first intermission, brought to you by Screen Printing by Bowers on North Road in Canandaigua. Went up there, did some business with them yesterday, and Julie was as nice as could be, and very professional, and I appreciate their support. So welcome to our new winter sponsor, Screen Printing by Bowers, here on Chosen Spot Radio. They are already a sponsor of Canandaigua Academy Hockey. So just remember, when you go to these sponsors' Facebook pages, their social media, you go to their brick and store places, whatever you do, please make sure that you thank them for their support of both Canandaigua Academy Hockey and Chosen Spot Radio, because they will think to themselves, hey, that was money well spent. I think I'm going to do that again next season or next time around. So just make sure that you're appreciative and thankful to all of the sponsors. Boy, that's a police presence down there. We got 3 cops, man. How cool is that, getting paid to watch high school hockey? So the Zambonis put away. Let me set the table for you here real quick. We are headed into period number 2, and Canandaigua has 2 in the sin bin. They've got, looks like Alex Chen still in the sin bin. Let me see what his penalty was. He had a hook and then interference by Garrett Richards. So for at least $120, Canandaigua is going to be playing on their heels, bro. They are going to have to step up here, because it's going to be 5-on-3 for at least $120, and then after that. So, you know, again, unless it's non-releasable, which neither one of them is, upon a goal, the first one would be cleared out, and they would still be, Chen's penalty would be cleared out, and they would still be on the power play from the Garrett Richards penalty. But hey, I'm not gonna keep throwing the boys and Delilah under the bus. I ain't doing it. I got their back, and they're playing a really, really good game here against Churchville-Chili. And I want to thank Coach Warren, Todd Warren, with ROCO, Rochester Youth Hockey, for joining me here tonight. The Knights is the youth program here at Canandaigua. Little bit of Queen coming out from John Roberts, the official voice, PA voice of Canandaigua Academy Hockey. And I'll tell you what, man, when I got here and started running around, dude, it was brutally hot. It was hot. I'm cooling down a little bit, but I'm still up here in my T-shirt. And, Josh, Kyle. But there are a Jake and a Josh that work for you guys, right? I think there's a Jake. I don't know. Kyle. Spazman, write that down, brother. I'm going to write that down. How did I forget that? Sorry, bro. Don't get too mad at me. Kyle got the flannel going, big hat on. But, hey, we all deal differently. So the Churchville-Chili Saints now going to be set up in the zone off to my right, and Canandaigua in the zone off to the left. Churchville-Chili wearing black sweaters with orange lines and orange piping to differentiate the black on black for their numbers. It's insane, man. I mean, somebody's sitting there going, yeah, that'll look great. It might when you're standing next to it, but when you're up in the stands as a scorekeeper, as a stat keeper, as a data person, as a play-by-play guy, PA announcer, it's very difficult. So I'm calling you out, Churchville-Chili. Color those numbers in orange like the rest of the sweater and the stripes. Black shorts, orange socks with a couple black stripes on that, and then black lids with an orange stripe going down the middle. So we're just about set to go here. Once again, welcome in everybody to Rock Sports Network. We are headed into P2 with Canandaigua leading 1-0, but this is the best opportunity that the Saints of Churchville-Chili have had all night to tie this thing up with a 5-on-3 advantage for at least a minute and 20. Cole Wilson doing a great job in goal for Churchville-Chili, and Matt Ulrich also doing a great job for Canandaigua minding the net. So both goalies catch with the left hand, stick in the right hand. Here we go, face off, and we are underway here in period number 2, brought to you by our friends, the Canandaigua Academy Hockey Boosters, their sponsors, as well as Walton's Outdoor in Shortsville. You want a deck? You need one repaired? John Walton at Walton's Outdoor is your guy. Trust me, here comes Churchville-Chili looking for something that gets shot, and a great save there by Matt Ulrich. Matt Ulrich coming up huge once again on the one-timer from the high side by, didn't get the number there, but I'm pretty sure it was Grayson Galliford, the junior defender. And here's the face-off in the ring to the left of Ulrich. Ulrich hugging that near post. Up top, that looked like a good opportunity for a one-timer. There it is. Oh, he's got a good look. Oh, and the pass is broken up here on the trip. And here comes Dylan Green trying to run it down. The senior does, but he can't do anything with it because he was getting chased hard. Now here come the Saints. They've got numbers. Oh, and a nice cross-ice pass, but he can't handle it. Cannot get the tip in. Here's a one-timer from the top, deflected and then knocked down and tried to get backhanded in. No bueno. So with 15:55 left to play, 15 left in the initial power play to Alex Chen. So 5-on-3. Canandaigua doing a great job of clogging up the island. Oh, here is a shot from the elbow, and a nice job by Matt Ulrich to turn that away. And Chen back on the ice. He comes right back out immediately. So Alex Chen keeping... Oh, you heard the ting. You heard the ting on that one, bro. And Churchville-Chili unable to score on that initial power play, but they still have a man advantage for another 31 seconds. And here on Rock Sports Network, you see it, the wrister ping, and then goes out of play. Great job, Kyle, on the instant replay. What was that? Jay Giles, right? Jay Giles band, I believe. Make me feel old. If you say I don't know, I'm going to feel old. I believe Jay Giles, but 15-20 face-off in the ring to the left. 20 left in the power play for Churchville-Chili. Broken up by Canandaigua. Tried to UFO it over the dude's head, and I believe that dude is the 11 of Grayson Galliford, the junior, and 10 seconds left. One final rush maybe for Churchville-Chili, and they have a hard time getting it set up, and Canandaigua is going to break that up and hold the bagel on the board for Churchville-Chili. They kill off a double penalty. Great job for Canandaigua. I'm telling you right now, this Canandaigua team looking really, really good. And like Coach Warren said, Todd Warren said, they've been in games. Don't let that 4-2 loss, fool you. That was a great game. And the fourth goal by the Titans on Wednesday, hump day hockey, as the puck rolls down, and that will be icing against Canandaigua. That was an empty netter by the Titans. And that I'm not saying that, that doesn't count. I'm just saying you can't really add that onto, the description of how close a game actually is. So that was a good game all the way around, and this is a good game here too. And we've got a face-off in the ring to the right of Matt Ulrich with 14:25 left to play, and Canandaigua comes away with it. Van Harken tries to get it out of the zone, can't, ends up in the Gretzky zone behind the goal. That's just the Gretzky zone because that's where Wayne Gretzky was famous for setting up and doing a lot of his work. The GOAT. I don't think you can say Bobby Orr, you can say other people, but Wayne Gretzky, the GOAT for sure. And anybody who said he's overrated deserves a thunder punch. Here we go. Maddox Smith looking for somebody to clear it out to. Gets it ahead. Can Carl Warren get to it? Cole Wilson is going to come out of goal. Man, that's dangerous, bro. Dangerous. Cole Wilson. The problem with that type of style of play by a goalie is you live by the sword, you die by the sword, and Carl Warren is going to put it in, and he's going to come over here and perform a little bit for the Red Sea. So at the 13:42 to play mark, Canandaigua is going to knock one home. Carl Warren is going to bust one out. So Canandaigua now leads 2-0. Carl Warren banging one home. The sophomore, as his dad so assuredly reminded me. So that is his 6th of the season. Carl Warren's 6th of the season. Stasko on the assist for Canandaigua. Stasko to Warren makes it 2-0 with 13:25 left to play. And you see the face-off happening, and then we're going to have another one right here in the ring to the left of Matt Ulrich, to his left. Scheduled to be back on the air next Tuesday from the Lakeshore Ice Arena when Canandaigua takes on Irondequoit. Irondequoit struggling. Both Canandaigua and Irondequoit struggling, but that should be a nice matchup there that, in my opinion, favors Canandaigua. But we've seen all that before. So off the face-off, put up against the boards, now coming out with it is going to be Alex Chen. Chen up ahead to the Baconator. Taryn Bacon brings it across, dumps it down and in. Here's the chase. Galliford comes to it. Goes by Tumbiolo, picked up by Chen, sent along the bottom where Bacon is going to pick it up here. And doesn't get through to Zach, but he comes up, picks it up, does Hoffman. Lindemann trying to keep it in as well and can't. Right up against the board and gets kicked down into the deep Churchville-Chili end with 12:35 left to play. And Canandaigua up 2-0. Oh, the Baconator. Taryn Bacon had a loose puck out in front in the slot, lost his footing and the puck at the same time. Poor kid, looking for his first ever varsity goal. Here comes a 1-on-2 breakaway for Galliford. Zigzags and a great save there by Matt Ulrich. Matt Ulrich coming up huge for Canandaigua. Puck at the GLE. Zach Hoffman getting in there, beating and banging. Bro, this is a good game. Here comes Carl Warren on the breakout, coming up right through the slot. Now angles over to the side, tries to self-pass, broken up there by Galliford. Artie Fuller sends it down off the board where it's picked up by Chen, puts it on net. I think you heard it. I don't know if that was an upright or the stick, but a lot of beating and banging, and that's where you're going to find that out in front. A lot of people who don't watch hockey and aren't accustomed to the ways that, the rituals, there's a lot of beating and banging out in front, and that's Chili trying to clear the guys out. That's Canandaigua trying to say, you're not going to push me around. I love hockey. I love it. You have to beat and bang and fight for everything. No possession arrows. Artie Fuller in on the face-off for Canandaigua, wins it. Hoffman is going to dump it down. Oh, no, that's Ian Duncan. My bad, Ian Duncan, one of the 5 seniors for Canandaigua. Stasko can't run it down. It ends up with Chili. Good luck getting me to know all those numbers. All right, here's Ryan Amico picks it up. I can see the 7. Off the glass, and Duncan glasses it down, or gloves it down and keeps it in his own, but Chili is going to clear it out. Here's Garrett Richards. He's going to pick it up, sends it up to Stosko at the red line, can't handle it. Now it comes back over here with Amico for Chila. They send it down in, and Ulrich is going to leave it for Richards, who's going to send it up along the boards. Tried to get it to Stosko, couldn't. Slapper from the high side, and nice pocket pick there. Oh, and then he eats a hard hit. I think that was Carl Warren. Ate a hard hit, and I think Warren wanted an interference call. Stosko gains his own, and a left-handed wrister. I'm not sure. That was Ian Duncan. Ian Duncan with a heck of a nice wrister from the top of the ring on the left. And a nice save there by Cole Wilson. So both goalies, I think both goalies are at the top of whatever player of the game list they have. And that's the only time I'm going to mention it. I don't want to put the Milwaukee on either one of them. Face off in the ring to the right of Wilson. Hoffman sends it from the logo, and it gets deflected up into the nylon. And once again, can't thank all of our sponsors enough. And second period here brought to you by Walton's Outdoor. You can find all that information at Outlaw. Come on, that's a strike. I got to throw a strike on myself for that one. ChosenSpotRadio.com or on the Facebook page. 10:40, face off, kept in the zone. Chen, wrister, hits off the top. Oh, man, it hit off the top. And then, wow, that was almost a Churchville-Chili own goal there, bro. Wow. Man, did you get any instant replay of that, bro? I think Kyle is setting up some instant replay for me to take a look. I think somebody's going to the sin bin. Here you see it up top. Chen sends it down and in, and it hits the top of the net and then ends up at the feet in the crease of Wilson. And Canandaigua was on the other side. Canandaigua, if they were on the near side, they definitely would have been able to pick that up. Let's see who's going to the sin bin here. Somebody is going for Canandaigua, and I think it's Maddox Smith. So Maddox Smith is with the rough, gives Churchville-Chili another power play opportunity. And as Coach Warren said, and as I said, I'm not going to beat it too much. Got to use your head and stay. Period. Brought to you by Walton's Outdoor. From the high side, little bit of a wrister, put it on goal, turned away, now ends up in the near corner. Through the ring, slot one-timer, gets knocked down and deflected before it gets through to Ulrich. Grayson Galliford, man, that guy, he's not afraid to shoot, loses the handle. Galliford loses the handle. Here comes Alex Chen on a one-on-one breakaway. And Alex Chen is going to bang it home, bro. Canandaigua with the short-handed goal. Alex Chen, Grayford lost the handle. Alex Chen was there to pick it up and went just about coast to coast. And with 9:04 left to play here in the second period, Canandaigua bangs one home and now leads 3-0. And that is their second shorthanded goal on the season. Let's see how many shorthanded goals. See if they have given away any shorthanded goals. That is the first shorthanded goal that Churchville-Chili has given up thus far this season. Canandaigua now leading 3-0. And Maddox Smith still in the box. So Churchville-Chili still on the power play, trying to get rid of that bagel for another 10 seconds. 8:35 left to play. Canandaigua leading 3-0. Man, what a great battle we have going on here on Rock Sports Network and ChosenSpotRadio.com. Wrister from the high side, cleared out nicely by Canandaigua. Man, that thing was dangling right there, ready for somebody to bang it home. And we are back to even Steven. We are back to even terms here. And Churchville-Chili unable to capitalize on their third power play opportunity as Canandaigua now leads 3-0. That was Alex Chen with the goal on the breakaway, unassisted, his 6th of the season and his 18th of his career. So face off in the ring to the left of Matt Ulrich. Cleared out, Maddox Smith dumps it in to the far corner. It comes over here to the Gretzky zone behind. Warren can't play it. A little too hot to handle, does pick it up. And it is going to be taken away by Galliford for Churchville-Chili. The Saints dump it down and in. Van Larkin runs it down, tries to send it up the boards to Warren. And that was right at the elbow. Right at the elbow. So Churchville-Chili is on the board. And I could be wrong, but let's see who comes out. I'm pretty sure that was Brody Gallagher. Let me see what number we got here. Yup, Brody Gallagher is going to put Churchville-Chili on the board. Sorry, I missed that replay, bro. So here in the second with 7:44 left to play, Gallagher puts Churchville-Chili on the board. Brody Gallagher. So the assists go to Evan Girolamo and number 19, Benjamin Canellis. Girolamo and Canellis, both juniors. So the Churchville-Chili Saints on the board here. And I don't think that was a power play goal. That was an even Steven 5-on-5 deal. So I can't holler at the boys. And here is a wrister from the high side by Galliford. Turned away, no problem, by Matt Ulrich. 6:55 left to play here at the GC3. Pass gets by. Tumbiolo's on the run. He's got foot speed. He gets to it, but he can't control it. So it hits off the boards all the way up top to Lindemann. Lindemann can't do anything with it, and the Saints are going to pick it up. 6:36, always do your best to be your best. Left to play here in period number 2, brought to you by Walton's Outdoor and the fine Canandaigua Academy Hockey Boosters. Sponsors. Puck stuck up against the boards over on the far side. Now gets sent over to the corner here on the near side. Canandaigua trying to clear it out, and I would think with this time of possession, on this possession, Canandaigua, they're going to do everything they can to get it out of there, even if that includes icing the puck. 6:05 left to play. Puck out in front, picked up and taken away by Lindemann. Tries to get it up here to Bacon, but can't. Lindemann, the junior, he's going to try to pick it up. Here comes Carl Warren, the sophomore, sends it down and in. Carl Warren with a goal thus far here tonight for Canandaigua. And an apple as well, so he's on a 2-point roll here, as is Alex Chen. Alex Chen and Carl Warren both with 2 points thus far here, a goal and an apple for both of them. So puck out of play over there on the far side, so we'll have a drop right on the dot in front of the Canandaigua bench. Tafty and Coach Pryor over there on the bench. Worry, wherever you are, hopefully you're listening. Hopefully everything's all right, brother. 5:35 left to play. Face-off ends up in the Churchville-Chili end. Here's Artie Fuller, picks it up. He's got a game-winning goal at least one time this year. Right from the slot, lets it go, and I have no idea how these goalies are able to sight that puck in, but nobody came out. He was untouched. Fuller right from the logo in the high slot. And here we see the replay on Rock Sports Net. He just comes in untouched. Nobody slides. He lets it go. But right there to make the glove save right by the shoulders is Cole Wilson. Cole Wilson huge on that save. And puck loose out in front off of the face-off, and it's going to get put back into play where Chili sends it up. Picked up by Ian Duncan, sends it down and in. And a glove handle there by Cole Wilson.
In Garden Center, Midday Miras Garden Center, Canandaigua Hockey would like to thank Matisio Orthodontics, Mayflower's Nursery and Garden Center, Midday Miras and Ricky LLP, Parrish and Brassy LLP, and Patty's Place.
Yeah, Patty's Place. That's my spot to go and have a little bit of breakfast. Face off in the ring to the right of Wilson. Ended up getting kicked out to the neutral zone. Here's the big man, Maddox Smith. Does some good stick handling, but loses the puck right after gaining the zone. sent all the way down, and Ulrich is going to watch it go by, and that will be an icing. So if Ulrich had touched that and tried to do something with it, that would have waved that icing off. But by letting it roll, by having a great acumen in mind for what he's doing, he let that go. It hit the board. That's an icing. And now we have a face-off in the Churchville-Chili end off to the left of Cole Wilson. So a good play there by Matt Ulrich. Let's see if Canandaigua can capitalize with 4:44 left to play. The drop in the corner over to the far corner where it's picked up by the Saints. Off the board behind Wilson. Now ends up on the near board out in front. Oh, and Dom Holmes is going to run right by it. And then here comes Galliford. He's going to do the dump and chase. Him and Alex Chen are going to get together. Nice job. Nice job there by a couple captains, one for each team, not turning that into something a lot worse than it was. Full show. So puck comes down here, and Grayson Galliford runs it down deep in the Chili end at 4:05 left to play here in P2. Trying to clear it, and it deflects off of Dom Holmes. Dom Holmes scoring a couple games here in the first home game of the season. Left-handed wrister from the left-hand side, no good. Ends up all the way down here in the Churchville-Chili end where Maddox Smith is going to run it down, tries to center it to a cutting Gavin Nemitz, but it goes offline and it gets kicked up into the neutral zone where Aaron Duncan is going to get a little piece of it. And he tries to play it, and Amico ends up with it, and he sends it up into the neutral zone by the red line. Carl Warren eating a little bit of ice. Oh, that was, let's see, I think they might call that hit. Carl Warren was down, unable to protect himself. And I'm not sure if the official is going to call that or not. Nope, doesn't call it. Could have been. That's one of those deals, Kyle, where it can go either way. If you call it, you can't get mad. If you don't call it, you play on. So we'll have a face-off on the dot on the neutral side right in front of the Canandaigua bench. They pick up the face-off, and Carl Warren is going to lose the handle. See, that's one of those situations where you stick handle too much, and you end up losing it. Just take that, fire the shot on goal from there, kid. So down here in the Canandaigua end, Rister gets deflected, knocked down. Here comes Stasko. He's got help, and Carl Warren lets it go. See, now situationally, you got to look at Carl Warren on that one on the opposite side. But Canandaigua does maintain the zone with 2:50 left to play here at the end of period number 2. Out in front, and Fuller and Carl Warren were both in the neighborhood out on the island, but Cole Wilson is going to fall down, cover it up. Now, if anybody asks me, hey, Spanish man, what do you mean, the island? Well, that's a lacrosse term. I carry that over from lacrosse, and I also use apple, which is a hockey term when I'm calling lacrosse. So they're interchangeable, but that's the area right out in front of the crease, basically between the two rings, the slot. Off the face-off. Chili on the attempted breakaway, but broken up by Alex Chen, poked away. Somebody lost a glove. Yard sale on gloves over on the far side, but a good job picking it up and putting it right back on. Here comes Galliford down the left-hand side, angles over to the slot, loses the puck. Yeah, a little too much mustard on that hot dog, and he ended up losing the bun on that one. That's a good analogy, Kyle. I like it. So 2:10 left to play here in the final frame. Or I should say middle frame, my bad. Steve Reich. And they dump it down from the neutral zone, do the Saints, and that will be an icing. So we'll have a face-off down here in the end, the Churchville-Chili end.
Canandaigua Hockey would like to thank Heiser Logistics, Kepner Equipment, Lindsay B. Images, Mark's Pizzeria, and Master Tech Automotive.
Yeah, once again, thank you everybody for your support. Whether you are a sponsor, a listener, a student athlete, an athletic director, a coach, whatever you got. Face off in the ring to Wilson. One kind of straight up there by Chili. Tried to get it over here, too. I believe that was Cooper Lass, the junior forward. And if I get a name wrong, sorry, man. It's so hard to see those jerseys. Puck out in front in the slot here in the Canandaigua end. Can't turn on it. Here is an attempt by Galliford, broken up by Ethan Tumbiolo. Tumbiolo, another one of those guys, not the biggest in size, but he'll stand up on you. He'll get right in front of you. He won't run. Here comes a breakaway for the Baconator. Tries to south pass. Loose puck for Lindemann. Oh, and it's going to get deflected. Yeah, that dude hurt. Who was that? That was Galliford, Grayson Galliford. He ate that shot, and you could tell it shook him up just a little bit. $1:10 left to play. Here's Bacon one more time. Man, he wants that one back. That's Tumbiolo trying to play it up against the boards. And here comes the 1-on-2 breakaway, broken up nicely by Duncan Ann Richards for Canandaigua. Final minute of play here in P2. Second period coming to a close. Puck in the Canandaigua end, trying to clear it out. Duncan whiffs, and Churchville-Chili had somebody out front, unable. Here's an attempt at a backhand. Canandaigua doing a good job of clearing out in front. Puck loose and sent all the way down into the end, and that'll stop the action with 37.2 left to play. Icing.
Canandaigua Hockey would like to thank Fuller Funeral Home and the GC3 Greater Canandaigua Civic Center.
Yeah, the GC3 always rolls out the red carpet for me here, and I appreciate that very much. I really do. So, face off in the ring to the left of Matt Ulrich. Time waning, 37.2 left to play here in period number 2. That's the big man, Captain Maddox Smith, in on the face-off right over there against the wall. Still trying to dig it out. It's a 3-on-2 scrum, and Canandaigua will come away with it. They'll send it down, and the ref, the ref shows that it was tipped, so no icing in effect. 20 left to play. Canandaigua holds the zone, but they put it out in front, and now Alex Chen is going to keep it again. Here's Gavin Nemitz. Oh, man, he bodied out and tried to pass the puck to a cutting Maddox Smith, but here come the Saints back the other way. Amico right out in front and is unable to make the play. So loose puck, and time is going to run out on period number 2 with Canandaigua leading 3-1. Doing the scoring for Canandaigua with 5:17 left to play in the first. It was Maddox Smith from Alex Chen and Carl Warren. And that was all the scoring in the first. Here in the second, it was Carl Warren from Christian Stasko to make it 2-0 with 13:42 left to play. Canandaigua got their third in a row in the second at 9:04 left to play when Alex Chen got his second point, his first goal, unassisted on the breakaway. That was a short-handed goal. Canandaigua's first goal was a power play, and Churchville-Chili. So Canandaigua out shooting 23-19. And if those are the totals, I think that was a total. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to step aside and hang out. You guys enjoy yourselves. Go get a cold one. Take care of business. Do whatever you got to do. We'll be back here in about 8 minutes on Rock Sports Network and Chosen Spot Radio.
Deflecting challenges, defending titles, doing whatever it takes. We believe in the power of our team. We succeed by delivering for our fans. The local legends of Rochester originated here. Bob Johnson has always called Rochester home, and the Amerks have always been Rochester's team. Let's go, Rochester.
If you're living with pain or recovering from surgery and don't know where to start, Lattimore Physical Therapy can help. The Lattimore Promise includes an individual diagnosis with a highly trained licensed physical therapist on your first visit, a personalized treatment plan, communication with your doctor, and a continued personal care plan. You're never more than minutes away from pain relief. Visit LattimorePT.com.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Local legends work to win, deflecting challenges, defending titles, doing whatever it takes. We believe in the power of our team. We succeed by delivering for our fans. The local legends of Rochester originated here. Bob Johnson has always called Rochester home, and the Amerks have always been Rochester's team. Let's go, Rochester.
to Canandaigua Academy Hockey here on Chosen Spot Radio, the station for Canandaigua Hockey Nation, the home for high school sports. Chosen Spot Radio. I am the Spaz Man, your round mound of sound, and we've got a simulcast thing going here. Hopefully it's working on both at the same time. We've got Rock Sports Network over here live on the official Rock Sports Network Facebook page with Kyle on camera and production. Great job doing both. It's hard enough to do one or the other, but when you're doing both at the same time, you deserve twice the pay. All right, man, and we're also live on ChosenSpotRadio.com. You can listen to every broadcast, almost every broadcast. There are broadcasts where I run into technical difficulties and the broadcast just sounded like dog do, or, something of that nature, or I went on a rant that I don't want to hear, anybody else to hear for a second time. And I've been known to do that, go off on rants and get myself in a little bit of trouble with the, with the powers that be. But I'm having a great time tonight. It's nice to be here at Ingle Arena. Man, the cops are here and in force. And like I said, how do you go wrong, getting paid to go and watch some high school hockey? And this is a great game. So this is where I pull out one of my famous cliches. Call your family, call your friends, call people you don't even like and tell them to get on Rock Sports Network and Chosen Spot Radio at the same time. Do whatever you got to do, but support one or the other because we have a great game going for you right here, right now, excuse me, from the GC3 inside the Ingle Arena. The officials are back out. This is one of the faster Zamboni arenas. I can't remember where I was. It was recently. It was in the month, but it was easily the slowest Zamboni. I could have gone out, pitched a tent, started a fire, made some s'mores, and gone back in and still be half done. So I'm not bashing the dude. I'm just simply saying that was the slowest. This is one of the fastest for sure. Dave Corpeal and the crew here at the GC3. John Roberts is the PA guy here, been the PA voice for Canandaigua hockey forever. I want to give a big shout out to all of the Canandaigua Academy hockey boosters for their support in making it possible to call games, whether it's on Rock Sports Network or ChosenSpotRadio.com, as the official play-by-play provider of Canandaigua Academy hockey. So a couple minutes back up on the board, and I think that Canandaigua's just got to keep up the energy. They've got to keep up the energy, and that is easier to do when you have a 2-goal lead heading into the final frame. It's easier to bump up the energy when you're ahead than when you're behind. It's whether you can say whatever you want as an athlete, you as a coach, as somebody who's really whatever, you can say whatever you want, but it is just a simple fact that even if it's psychological, or I should say subconscious, one way or the other, like I said, there's just more energy and desire when you're up by 2 than when you're down by 2. So let's see how Canandaigua handles this, because you haven't seen a whole lot of it. So let's see how Canandaigua Academy handles that 2-goal lead heading into the final frame. I don't want to beat a dead horse heading into the final frame here. I don't want to dig this horse up and whack it upside the head with the shovel, but I have to. You are looking at two ends of the power play penalty spectrum. Churchville-Chili, one of the best teams on the power play, against Canandaigua, one of the weaker teams. Okay, but with that said, one of Canandaigua's goals was a short-handed goal, and that means something. And I am pretty sure that was the Alex Chen goal. Let's take a look. And no, looks like the short-handed goal was Maddox Smith. Oh, wait a minute. No, here, hold on a second. I was looking at the wrong thing. The short-handed goal was, Alex Chen on the breakaway, which was just, you've got to be more fleet of foot. You've got to be quicker when it's an Alex Chen that you're chasing, because he's quick. Alex Chen is one of the Canandaigua players. I would give him Carl Warren. There's a couple others that are as fast as, if not faster, than the Churchville-Chili. And as I've said, another horse I'm beaten to death is how historically Churchville-Chili is a very fast, aggressive team. Final frame coming at you, baby. Let's drop the puck and get it on. Here we go. Canandaigua is going to straight up win that face-off. Dump down and in, and Maddox Smith unable to gain the zone. So the Saints, they dump it down into the Canandaigua end. Now we're going to play a little bit between the blue lines. We're going to hang out in the neutral zone, and here as Galliford brings it over, goes wide right. But even if it was over by a foot, I do believe Maddie Ulrich would have got that. Maddie, you would have been there. 8:33. Hopefully the Lucas Oil 8 models are still haven't got to their feature by the time we get out of here. 16:20 left to go in the final frame. Churchville, they hold the zone. Left-handed wrister from the top by Galliford. Galliford looking to try and make something happen here as the offensive catalyst for the Saints. Maddox Smith brings it down. Can't center it out in front. And the Saints are going to come up with it along the right-hand side, but Garrett Richards is going to pick it up on the loose. Ahead to Dylan Green. He gets his pocket picked, but it ends up with almost ended up there with Maddox Smith. Gavin Neiman's trying to keep it in the zone, but can't. So there you see the Saints will pick it up to the neutral zone. And Garrett Richards put the hit on, tried to break it up, brings it down, lets the right-hander go, and deflected by the Zach attack. Hoffman deflects it. Now it's out loose. Maddox Smith throwing a nice shoulder on that pass. I know he felt that one, and here comes Carl Warren going the other way. Warren needs a couple. He gets a couple twig hits there on the way by, but he picks it up, wheels it, drops it for, let me see who that was, Garrett Richards. He ends up knocked down, so the puck is loose in the corner, and let's see what the officials got going on here as he skates out of that area. Stoppage in play at 15-17. Somebody going to the sin bin, and Canandaigua with an opportunity on another hookage. Another hookage here in P3, and only the second time that that Chili's been in the sin bin. And this comes in the third period with 15-12. Penalty is against Aiden Bushnell. So Bushnell with the hook. 15 minutes left to go. $1:40 left in the power play for Canandaigua. That would be it would be nice for the Canandaigua homers to see Canandaigua get a goal here and get themselves a nice little buff going. Godfather. Every time I say buffer, I can hear him going, yeah, buffers. That's what we were, buffers. Here goes Canandaigua. They take it in the end, but pocket pick there by Chili. They try to clear it all the way out, but Alex Chen is right there at the red line to put the brakes on. All right, everybody getting settled in here. Canandaigua looking to settle in on the attack with $1 left to play in the power play for Canandaigua. Canandaigua, one of their goals was a power play goal. The first one scored by Maddox Smith. That was a power play goal from Alex Chen and Carl Warren. So here's the reset with 45. Carl Warren leaves it for Fuller, cycles around, hits the slot, now angles right, leaves it over to the corner for Maddox Smith, who sends it along the boards over to the near corner. Chili tries to clear it out. Uh-oh, here they go. Oh, they almost had the breakaway, but Maddox Smith right there to break it up. Maddox Smith in the right place at the right time. Canandaigua on the attack, loses the puck, ends up in the corner. Here comes Chili. They wheel it all the way around, and Maddox Smith a little late getting to it. He tried, but he's going to pick it up, try to gain the zone. Can't. Final 15. Here comes a one-on-everybody breakaway for Galliford, but even he knows enough to turn around and reset and then clear the puck and eat up that final 8 seconds in the power play to Canandaigua. So Canandaigua comes up empty-handed there and is unable to knock one down. Still lead 3-1. And Alex Chen, the blue liner, brings it down, shoots wide right, ends up along the far boards. Here's Zach Hoffman. The blue liner will pick it up, forced to turn around, go cross ice to Richards, who bumps it up into the neutral zone. So a little blue line to blue line action here. Hoffman trying to clean it out or clear it up ahead to Green, and it ends up in the Chili zone. Don't worry about it, Dom. Nobody saw you fall. Well, except everybody watching on Rock Sports Network, which has the potential to turn into a crap ton of people. But other than that, nobody saw you fall. Here comes Chili on the breakaway. It rolls into the corner. Tried to center it. Just a little too far ahead of the Chili cutter. Still trying to get a look at what number that cutter possibly was. And I think that's a 6, man. So the cutter was Jack Sloan. I think it's a 6. Or is that a 5? That's a 5. That's Anthony Indiano, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to have to I'm sending them a letter, Kyle. 12 left to play here in period number 3. And cross ice over to Hoffman, and Garrett Richards calling for help, and coming in his place is going to be Ian Duncan. Now, Dylan Green is going to head out, and coming on is, Dan Lindemann. So here comes the Saints on the rush, send it down, far corner, 11:35 left to play. Canandaigua picks it up. Duncan tries to clear it out. Ends up getting his pocket pick, still sitting in the Canandaigua zone. Run down by the Saints, and here's Ian Duncan, picks it up on the loose. Up ahead to Lindemann. Lindemann eats a hit, little bit of a little check there, and puck staying in the Canandaigua end. Trying to find a centering pass, but Tumbiolo there to break it up. Now he's got a little bit of a scrum, little battle going on in the corner. Ends up coming along the GLE where it's picked up by Canandaigua, sent off the glass. And I'm not sure if that's going to be an icing or not. Nope, going to get to it before it gets into that zone for an icing. No, I was going to say if Canandaigua can score here, that was not a good move. Canceling out that what I think could have been an icing. But Canandaigua unable to capitalize on that little bit of a series. So they lose the possession. Let's see if they lose the zone, and do. Saints send it all the way up, and it goes on Matt Ulrich. You got to work really hard to catch a hockey goalie sleeping, man. 10:30 left to go. And in their eyes, the way they laser and sight that puck in, the biscuit is coming at you hard. It's almost coming at the goalie as quick as a biscuit is coming to my mouth on Sunday morning. 10:15 left. Was that a good one, Kyle? I get a point for that one? All right, man. Love a good biscuit. Sausage gravy, yeah. Canandaigua going to eat some time off the clock. That's Van Larkin. Goes cross ice. I believe that's Duncan. Duncan comes up, and they send it up along the boards. And in the slot, gets sent down by the Saints, where it runs into the skate of Ian Duncan, and it's picked up by Carl Warren. Carl Warren tries to go to Stasko. That was a really hot pass, though. And the Saints, great job defensively by Canandaigua. Canandaigua broke up another opportunity to go to the goal there by Churchville-Chili. The Canandaigua defense has been absolutely solid tonight, for sure. Here's Carl Warren, picks up the loose puck, tries to center it with the backhand, and Alex Chen, look at Alex Chen, read that, went and kept it in his zone. Warren comes around, he passes over to the elbow and unable to knock it down with Stasko. They hold the zone. Here's Artie Fuller. He kicks it down. Carl Warren with a nice hit. Tries to center it, but nobody in a CA sweater is there. But that's going to be an icing, so they'll have an opportunity down here in the Churchville-Chili end. How you doing, Bobby? All right, brother. Good to see you. Dude dresses up nice. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, as I said, we will be back on the air next Tuesday, I believe, when Canandaigua goes to the Lakeshore Hockey Arena for the third time this season to play Irondequoit. Another good matchup for Canandaigua. They win the face-off, lose the puck, though, and here comes Chili trying to get a good look around, and a stone by Ulrich, and then the rebound as well. Wow, Matty Ulrich came up huge, and I was going to say, Kyle, if you don't instant replay that one, man. All right, here's the replay on Rock Sports Network. There you see it hanging out right in front, right between the legs of Matt Ulrich. Almost got through the 5-hole. 5-hole is just the area between the legs. So when you hear a commentator go, try to get the 5-hole or a nutmeg, it's through the legs. That's all. Face off in the ring to the left of Ulrich. 8:45 left to play. Canandaigua leading 3-1. They finally clear it out, and here comes Maddox Smith on the breakaway. He goes ahead to Gavin Nemitz, but Gavin Nemitz was about 2 miles offside on that one. He was just a little offside on that one. So that stops the action at 8:38 left to play here in the final frame. 8:42 is game time. And face-off on the neutral zone dot over here in front of the away side. Over there by Churchville-Chili fans, 8:30 left to play. Canandaigua playing on their heels back here on this possession, trying to clear it out after the face-off ends up down in their zone. And not sure what that whistle was. Oh, the net come off of its mooring again. So anytime the net comes off of its mooring, they will call timeout, without a doubt. So most nets, like I've said before, they have a hole at the bottom of the net and at the goal, and then they have a hole in the ice, and they put this pipe in between the two, and that's supposed to hold it in place. Doesn't always work. But, pass out in front, whiffs on the shot. Whiffed on the one-timer. Smelled promised land and came up empty-handed. That was a great opportunity for the Saints. Maddox Smith ends up down, and that's going to be a trip. That's a trippy trip. 8-on-8 violence. 8-on-8 violence. That's going to be Brody Gallagher going to the sin bin, I believe, for some trippy trip. Right? Did I see that right? Yeah, he's sitting over there. Yep, that is Canandaigua's third power play opportunity. And it's going to go against Brody Gallagher. So time is 8 minutes left to play. Here's Canandaigua with the power play. Hard shot from the top by the captain, Maddox Smith. Alex Chen tries to keep it in. They gave that to him. I was going to say, wait a minute, did they give that to him? What's going on? What do we got? What do we got here? The officials coming over there. I wonder what they're talking about. Are they talking about a possible interference or something there? Let's, I don't know. I think Kyle's queuing up a replay here. There you see Chen keeps it in. Yeah, that was close. Yep. All right, maybe that's what they're calling. Okay, so they did. I thought he got away with that one. But we are going to. That's a good job, though. Listen, I'd rather see the two officials get together and get it right than bone somebody. So it's been a really well-played, well-called game here. Well-refed game, by the officials. So the face-off in the ring to the right of Wilson, and Canandaigua is going to dump that all the way down, and they will be looking at a face-off here in their end. And I don't know if that's something that Tafty wanted them to do, to clear that out, because they've got the 5-on-4 advantage. Maybe try to set a rush up or something. Now you got a face-off in the ring to the right of Matt Ulrich with 7:37 left to play in the final frame, and $1:35 left in the power play for Canandaigua. Canandaigua, one of three on the power play here tonight. 1:25 left in that power play. 7:25. Canandaigua looking to set up some offense. But this is where that foot speed of Churchville-Chili comes in to be able to close out and take away the angles and take away the rush. So Churchville-Chili continuing to frustrate Canandaigua. In lacrosse, we would call this a ride. But here comes Stasko. Can he break through? He does. We got a 3-on-2 for Canandaigua. Stasko holds it too long. Up to Maddox Smith on the poke away. That dude has the hardest pass of any player I have ever been witness to. 50 in the power play from the right-hand side. Maddox Smith lets it go, and a nice glove save there by Cole Wilson. Let me set the table for you real quick here at the break. 6:49 left to play. Canandaigua leading 3-1 here in the final frame. And Canandaigua on the power play with 47 seconds left to go. So we'll have a face-off in the ring to the left of Cole Wilson. Don't let those 3 goals fool you. Oh, man, that glove save almost took a nice little bounce there for Canandaigua, but it ends up in the neutral zone. Hoffman tries to run it down to kick it back into the Churchville zone, and he is going to toss it down there. It's going to wheel its way all the way over here mid-board where Dylan Green goes after it, and it's going to end up with Richards. Kicks it down into the near corner. Excuse me. 20 seconds left on the power play out in front. Man, who was that? Is that Dom Holmes? No, that could be. That's Gavin Gavin Nemitz ends up here up at the top end. Canandaigua with maybe one more opportunity. They got to make it quick. Holmes is unable to, so Canandaigua will come up empty-handed on this power play opportunity. So they're 1 of 3 now. Oh, somebody went down over there. I think that was Carl Warren, to tell you the truth. And here comes Chili on the breakaway coming the other way. And it gets broken up, though, in the slot. That's one thing you get when you come down the slot. Here's a right-handed wrister put down from the high side up here by the blue line. And that was Jack Sloan, the junior defender, trying to bang one home. And with 5:43 left to play, a little break in the action. Again, want to thank all of our sponsors. Bob Johnson Auto Group, the primary sponsor here tonight for Canandaigua Academy Hockey Boosters, and Countryside Family Chiropractic, LLC, on Recreation Drive in Canandaigua. Somebody, Dom Holmes, is going to the sin bin for Canandaigua. So Dom Holmes, our first slash call of the game, and a loose puck out in front. Matt Ulrich hops right back up. Canandaigua fortunate. Here comes a breakaway for Carl Warren. He's got to be fast, and he is. He lets it go, and it goes wide. So great job there by Carl Warren to come down. He had to let that go, or he would have been eaten alive. He had nowhere to go to set anything up for Canandaigua. Maddox Smith is going to send it down into the Chili zone, where it will wheel around over here to the near ring. Buck 25 left in the power play, 5:05 left to play here in the final frame. Canandaigua leading 3-1. Here the Saints gain the zone off to my right. Drop pass, skipped over to Galliford, now back over here to the right side. Working their way around here are the Saints in this 5-4 advantage, trailing by 2. $1:05 left in the power play. On the penalty, the slash to Dominic Holmes. Hard left, and you heard it hit the leg pad. Hard left-handed wrister, and off the leg pad of Matt Ulrich. And Carl Warren runs it down, eats up a little bit of time. They got to get 50 more. They got to kill off 50 more. Whoops. Hop back up. Nice job by the Saints to pick it up. Zigzag. And another great stick save there by Matt Ulrich. 35 in the power play for Churchville-Chili with 4:15 left to play. Trailing 3-1. Left side in the ring. Kicks it up to the slot in the blue line. Galliford lets it go. Man, another good save. I'm pretty sure that went off the stick of Matt Ulrich. Bouncing around from the slot, can't turn on it and get a look. 15 in the power play. Lets the left-hander go, deflected off of Ian Duncan over to the far side. 3:50 to play. 5 seconds left to go here in the power play for Churchville-Chili, and they are unable to get a power play shot off. Here's a stick save by Matt Ulrich. Matt Ulrich has been huge for Canandaigua here today. 3:33 left to play. Canandaigua sends it all the way down to the other zone, where that's going to be an icing, bringing it back here. So Matt Ulrich having, in my opinion, a breakout game here for Canandaigua. Stops the clock at 3:34 left to play in the final period, with Canandaigua leading 3-1. Face off in the ring to the right of Ulrich. You got a little Rolling Stones going. John Roberts has a nice little playlist. I know mine's a little heavier, but John Roberts is classic guy. I'm a little heavier, man, but puck sent down in front. Man, if Chili was there to get that, that would have been a tough stop for Matt Ulrich to make. So back to 5-on-5, even terms. Alex Chen. Breakout ahead to Dylan Green. Receives it cleanly. Cross ice in the slot to Tumbiolo. Right-handed wrister gets deflected, but Nemitz picks it up. Now it ends up in the corner, up top. Chen drops it down to the ring. Bottom of the ring. Bringing it up is Nemitz. Goes cross ice. Hits off of Dylan Greeno, who had lost his footing. Hey, it happens, man. People are getting upset. It happens. It happens. They're kids. You know what I'm saying? So 2:50 left to go. Somebody going to the sin bin. I see the sin bin box open, dude. Somebody's going to the sin bin. That's going to be Sebastian Dix going to the sin bin for Churchville-Chili. So the third penalty here in the final frame. So Sebastian Dix gets a rough. And that a lot of times the rough comes as a result of being frustrated, doing everything you can to get back. And, there you see the Tri-Li coaches getting into the official, or just perhaps asking very respectfully for, an explanation. We've seen that before. But, all right, so Canandaigua is going to call a timeout, and that will give Churchville-Chili an opportunity to talk to the official. But here's the thing. I've never seen an official go, all right, I changed my mind. Never, ever have I seen that, especially when parents are the ones that are telling the official. So there you go. There you see the Canandaigua huddle in the timeout. And I'm going to be my own expert analysis. I think Coach Tafty and Pryor are just telling them, hey, keep up the energy, maintain that energy, keep your composure. Do not get sucked into any bad penalties, okay? Don't get sucked into anything after the whistle, because the Saints are frustrated. We see it right here in that last call. We see it. They've got 3 penalties here in the final frame after only 1 through the first 2. Canandaigua has done a good job. They had 3 penalties through the first 2 and 1 here in the final frame. So I think Tafty's just telling them take care of the biscuit, okay? Keep clearing out the middle and front. Keep the island clean for Matt Ulrich. And just take care of the puck. No penalties. Stay out of the sin bin. Face off in the left. It's a personal thing for me now, Kyle. All right, 2:50 left to play. Canandaigua on the power play. Another opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 5th. And off the face-off, the Saints are going to do a great job of clearing that out. But you see they're not going to hang back and just allow Canandaigua an easy pass to try and get, an easy haul pass to try and get an offense set up. And Maddox Smith gets yanked down, and you can see the official over on the ice putting his arms up as if to say, nope, keep playing, boys. Maddox tried to sell it a little bit, but anyway, here's Smitty from the top. Hard pass to Artie Fuller, who misses on the one-timer. 2:10 left to play here in the final frame. $1:20 left in the power play for Canandaigua. Alex Chen up top, bumps it down to, I believe that's, Artie Fuller. And gives it back to Chen, now eating a little bit of time. So they want to score again. They want to take advantage, but they also want to eat time off of the clock if they can. So the Saints clear it all the way down into the end, and Canandaigua catches them at a line change. 50 left in the power play for Canandaigua. Comes over here by Stasko off the boards where Fuller tries to kick it down and in, and Chen can't get a piece of it. Then clear it down, and Matt Ulrich is going to put it back in play. Nice job putting the brakes on by Alex Chen. 1:20 left in the final frame with 30 left in the power play for Canandaigua. Here's Artie Fuller, picks it up, tries to go cross ice to Stasko, goes by him. Ends up down in the corner, wheels around through the Gretzky zone and into the near corner and all the way down to the other end. And realistically, Canandaigua likes that. Canandaigua likes that they're clearing it. Final minute of play. Canandaigua likes that because it eats time off of the clock. So we're just about back to 5-on-5. Canandaigua has to take good care of the puck here. They can't be turning it over. They have to maintain the energy. And just as I say that, somebody's going to the sin bin for a trip. Jeez, very bad timing here. Gavin Nemitz with the trip call with 43 left to play in the third. Canandaigua's 5th penalty. And that will not only give them a man advantage, but with 43 left to play, that'll make the face-off in the right, off to the right of Matt Ulrich. And I believe somebody's calling a timeout here. I believe the Churchville-Chili Saints are going to call timeout. So I think the first thing that Coach Brian Young has to say to his boys is, maintain your composure. Maintain your composure. Remember, you're the Churchville-Chili Saints. You're fast, and you play hard and aggressive. Let's keep that up for the final 43. Don't look past what you have to do beyond getting the next goal and taking advantage of this power play. That's what I'm saying. If I'm Coach Young, I'm telling my team, you've got to take advantage of this opportunity. In the waning moments, under a minute to play, and there is a trip? Yeah, a trip penalty against Gavin Nemitz for Canandaigua. Gives Churchville-Chili the man-up opportunity 5-4. So again, Coach Young beating it into their heads. We have to take advantage of this. They got to win the face-off. Once they win the face-off, they got to move the puck around because Canandaigua has had an energy that has allowed them to cut off angles, cut off opportunities. Hi, how you doing? To cut off opportunities for Canandaigua. So, or I don't know, vice versa. I don't know, man. I lost my train of thought when this young lady was over here saying, hey, Spazman, you're the best. No, stop it. 43.1 left to play here in the final frame. Canandaigua leading 3-1. Canandaigua commits the trip, gets ticketed, and gives Churchville-Chili the 5-on-4 advantage. And the face-off in the ring to the right of Matt Ulrich. Here we go, brother. Drop the puck, and let's get it on. Face-off, down. Canandaigua's got to clear this out. And they get it up, but it's not cleared out as Galliford picks it up. Some activity between Hoffman and somebody. And puck right over here outside now. Dribbles up into the ring. 25. Galliford doesn't shoot. Goes over to the ring. Here's a one-timer by Galliford. Goes wide right. Big rebound cleared out by Canandaigua. Down to 15. They are going to have one more rush. And Cole Wilson bumps it up high to give it to Galliford for the rush. And let's see if they go empty netter. They don't. They bring it down. They're going to lose it. And time is going to run out. And Canandaigua is going to walk out of GC3 with a 3-1 victory and their first home win of the season. Canandaigua kind of getting a little momentum going here. Picked off Penfield a couple weeks ago. Played tight. As you ignore the extracurricular activity afterwards, but there you see on the Rock Sports Network Facebook page, Canandaigua celebrating and congratulating the Patty's Place player of the game for Canandaigua. In my estimation, cannot be disputed. You cannot make a case against it. Is Matt Ulrich. Matt Ulrich, I don't know how many saves he made tonight, but that dude was a brick wall. Matt Ulrich was a brick wall tonight. And, listen, co-players of the game. Co-Patty Place players of the game, Matt Ulrich and the Canandaigua defense. The Canandaigua defense did exactly what they needed to do. Stevie Wonder could tell that this game was going to rest on the shoulders. He could see that this game was going to rest on the shoulders. I'm going to get in trouble for that one. Don't send me the emails. That this game was on the shoulders of the defense for Canandaigua, and they stepped up. Matt Ulrich stepped up. The offense kept the pressure on and did their thing as well. Now, we're back next Friday, right? Right here at Rock Sports Network. But I am going to Irondequoit on Tuesday, where we'll be at the Lakeshore Hockey Arena. I want to thank all the sponsors for Canandaigua Academy Boosters and for Chosen Spot Radio. Kyle, great job on production. Thanks, everybody, for watching on Rock Sports Network. Always do your best to be your best. I'm out of here. See you.